Good morning and welcome to Catching Up with the Coalition. I'm Amber Bisa, Executive Director of the Northern Berkshire Community Coalition, and this is my co-host.
Good morning, I'm Carissa Satursky, the youth support person for the coalition.
And if you are a faithful watcher of our show, you'll know we just said good morning instead of good evening. We've changed our time slot and we are very, very thrilled to be the morning show on public access here at NBCTC, the coolest place on earth.
Yes.
And this is exciting. Probably more of what we're ready for is starting your day with us, not ending your day with this amount of energy. So
it depends on who you are.
That's true. I do not have this normal energy at 8:30 at night. So
No.
But yeah, so new day and new time for our show. We will be on Monday mornings, I think at 10 a.m., I believe. You'll be able to catch us. And so we're going to try to do some little updates and changes and continue. We have a new opening. We're getting there. We're going somewhere.
We're going somewhere, and you have never seen The Last of Us.
No, we'll continue to be here.
Whatever camera I should be looking into.
Yeah, there you go. So there are, as always, is so much stuff to catch up on.
Always.
The biggest thing is we are so excited to announce some changes to our team. The first being the addition of our health and wellness coordinator, Joanne Altz.
Yay!
Welcome, Joanne. At some point we'll get her on here so she can have the experience of being on the show.
You gotta get
Joanne,
Sarah, too.
What's that?
Gotta get Sarah, too.
Oh yeah, we have to have Sarah too, our office coordinator. And if you're going to be a volunteer, she'll be our volunteer coordinator.
Yes.
So we got lots of new faces in the office doing great things. Joanne is jumping right in with both feet, so I'm excited for folks to meet her.
Yeah.
The other change, which is exciting for this person, maybe a little sad for us in terms of partnership, is one of our longtime board members, Dr. Barbara Melkus, will be retiring from the North Adams Public Schools this year.
Yes.
And so we thought we would just take a minute and give a nod to Dr. Melkus. She has been faithful board member for, I believe, almost a decade,
Yes.
if not right at a decade, as long as I've been the executive director. She helped get us through COVID while also running the public school system, which was a whole thing. She's been a lovely mentor. She is a wonderful example of what female identifying leadership looks like.
Yes.
And I'm lucky to have had time with her and learned from her, and has helped our relationship with the school district grow even stronger in our work. So thank you, Dr. Melkus. You will be missed. We're happy to take Tim Callahan, Dr. Callahan as well,
Dr. Callahan.
In your place on our board. But we just want to thank you for all of your hard work. We look forward to seeing you, but also letting you celebrate on the beach with your puppies and doing all the things you've earned at this point.
Yeah,
So.
I look forward to seeing the pictures of you enjoying your life with your puppies and the beach and as many dolphins as you can see. So.
Yeah. I don't know. Are there dolphins in Maine?
I don't know.
I don't think there are. It's too cold.
It is too cold for dolphins in
We
Maine.
need a science person.
Dolphins in Maine sounds like a kid's book.
It does.
No one take that, it's mine.
So what else do we got going on? You want to talk about some stuff?
I can talk about stuff,
Let's talk
you know
about
me. We've wrapped up school year programming, which is like,
We're there.
it's bonkers to me, but looking forward to a whirlwind summer of fun.
Yeah, that's
So we got some summer programming, and that's for ages 14 to 19. As with all things we do, free transportation is provided. I don't want to give too many of my secrets away for the summer. I will say there may be blindfolds involved, frosting cupcakes under a timer, maybe a slip and slide,
Oh yeah.
maybe balloons filled with paint.
Popsicles.
So many popsicles. And possible using people as like ring toss implements.
With hula hoops.
With hula hoops.
Awesome.
So it's going to be really crazy, really fun. On top of that, we're also going to do a few teen writing sessions over the summer that are also going to be themed. Looking at a Mad Hatter's Tea Party in the works, some nature writing. It's going to get weird, and I'm excited.
I think if any of that sounds exciting to you, or you think of someone that you're like, oh, I know the perfect person who would love that, we are still looking for another youth support worker to join our team and be a part of all of this fun work. So definitely go to our website, check out
Please.
the job description. We're actively interviewing for this position. And so, yeah, we would love to have someone in to join Carissa and our other folks on our team for the summer. And it's all fun. So what's not to love?
Yeah, the summer will look like eating way too many popsicles, probably running around in the dirt.
Rumor has it we got some kickball games too.
Yeah,
Gabby's been putting together some kickball games. Coalition's going on the road
Oh yeah.
with our kickball team. We're going to be on, what is it, ESPN Ocho, I think,
Yeah.
right? That's going to be our new channel.
We need team jerseys.
Oh, I don't know about that. We'll see. We'll see.
We'll figure it out. And then we have puppies in our office.
It's a lot of benefits. Fresh coffee all day long.
Always.
A lot of coffee.
So much. I don't want to know. We should find out how much coffee we go through in a fiscal year. As a trivia point.
Speaking for the directors, I'm not sure that they want to know like what the coffee bill. But we keep working, so that's what's important.
Always.
But yes, we are caffeinated most of the time. So summer break. We also have, in addition to what your work, we have Kelsey and Liz working on summer basketball.
So much fun.
Our summer basketball program, I can't even tell you how many years at this point we've been doing it with Alex Doherty, who works for Berkshire County Probation, has been a faithful organizer of this program as well. That's starting up in early July, so we are recruiting coaches. You need to be 18 years or older and pass a Corey check. But it's a paid position, one practice and one game a week. There's a few neighborhood teams that we put together, and they play basketball
So
for
fun.
about 6 weeks, I think. And we
Yeah,
have a
something like that.
culminating celebration on the same night as National Night Out, which is in August. But that's a fun time. They're actually doing, I think it's June 19th, is the summer basketball kickoff celebration
I believe so.
and registration. But again, check out our website, call the office.
Check our Facebook.
Yeah, keep up on our stuff that way. Also, Uno Art Club.
Yes.
So we have a partnership with the Clark and Mass Mocha to bring back the Uno Drop-In Art Club. This is for kids probably 8 or 9. They need to be able to be on their own. We are not providing daycare. It's a just drop-in space. But they can show up. They can do arts and crafts. Mass Mocha is helping. The Clark is helping. And we have Gabby and Sarah in our office running it. It's exciting. And it goes on Tuesdays.
Yes, Tuesdays.
3 to 4:30,
Yes.
I believe, all summer. So, yeah, again, stay on the Facebook page. That's probably the easiest way, but you can always call our office and we can fill you in. What else do we got?
I don't want to hear any of you say.
There's nothing for kids to do this summer.
Yeah. Or,
There's-
don't.
If we don't have something for them to do, we know who does, and we will get them hooked up. So don't say that. There's lots of camps coming up. The YMCA has camp at MCLA.
Yep.
It's a lot of letters. The Berkshire Family YMCA will be running a summer camp at MCLA.
Yes.
Youth Center will be running a summer camp, I believe, at Windsor Lake.
Yes. Yeah.
You've got 21st century programming, I believe, over the summer. There's just so much to do in North Berkshire. So yeah, if you don't be that guy, right? If you think there's nothing to do, call our office. We will find you so many things.
To the point
Especially
that
for the kids.
Yeah, and to the point that you're gonna be like, maybe I won't ask that question again.
Yeah, it's true. There's so many things to do. What else do we got going on? What else do you got going on? What are the kids? What have the youth been telling you they're looking forward to the most for the summer?
Not to toot my own horn, I have a lot of them that are really looking forward to summer programming. It's pretty awesome. I ran into some of my Hoosick Valley young people yesterday, and they were like super jazzed for summer.
Nice.
The running joke is, if you're a fan of the Magic School Bus, if you know Miss Frizzle, is I'm the literary version of Miss Frizzle.
You just need some dresses with lots of weird patterns on them that are thematic.
I'm gonna get there.
Right? Wasn't
Yeah.
that Miss
Yes,
Frizzle?
yeah. I know that Roots Teen Center is going to be doing some stuff.
Does that mean the next investment for the coalition after the building is a school bus
Yes.
for the Magic School Bus?
Don't ask me how many times I've thought about designing our van as the Magic School
We do
Bus.
have a van, so
It's always back here. A lot of kids are obviously looking forward to being out of school.
yes.
I have some young people that are going to stay away camps.
Nice.
Some young people that are going to visit family and other places. I have a young person who's going to spend like 2 months in New Mexico with family.
Oh, that's great.
Right?
What an adventure.
Yeah. It will be his first time, so he's super excited. I said I want all the pictures. Baseball, camp, playing, video games, theme parks,
All the things.
splash pad. I have a lot of kids looking forward to the splash pad.
Yeah. I keep hearing from adults, they just want it to like not rain a lot, right? Like people are really craving the sunshine and the outdoors. So, but we need the rain too, because my garden needs rain. But maybe not like every day.
No.
So far this week we've been pretty lucky.
It's been okay. I want enough rain that I can have tomatoes this year, but not enough rain that all the tomatoes die.
Yes. Yes, that's so true. Don't want to live in a swamp. Just really green, lush grass.
Yes, always.
Cool. That's exciting. I feel like everybody's sort of in that space of they're ready for things to wind down, but at the same time,
Ramp back up.
ramp up in a different way, right? Like getting outside. So speaking of outside, we did just do a forum in May, last week actually, at the Greylock Glen Outdoor Center, Recreation Center. The current director, Mike Wynn, hosted us there, and we did an outdoor recreation forum, which was really interesting. Learning about the different ways that outdoor recreation plays out in our community, and there's so much to learn. I mean, we had Mass Audubon there, we had Mass Wildlife there. Berkshire Outfitters certainly is a retail establishment for outdoor recreation. One of the outdoor center. Who else was there? There were so many people. DCR wasn't able to come. I'm trying to think of who else was there. Oh, the Thunderbolt ski runners. Their club, well, they're a nonprofit now, so their nonprofit board president, I think, is what Hayden. He was there to talk about the work that the Thunderbolt ski runners do, and trail maintenance. So it was really interesting. A lot more than I realized. Mass Audubon does a lot of educational programming. DCR also does a lot of free educational programming during the summer. So if you're looking for outdoor stuff, keep your eyes open. But like the parks are open, and it's a place to go outside. So
DCR also on their website has a highlighted list of trails for folks with mobility issues or for folks who use mobility devices to get around. There are trails for you. There are wheelchair and cane-friendly trails.
Yep.
DCR has them listed, and they are absolutely beautiful, well-maintained. So you can also get out, make sure you do.
Which was interesting
Safely.
because tourists, so Eric Kearns was there representing tourists and the Adventure Trail, which is the bike path connecting Williamstown to tourists, and then like trying to finish up someday. We will get there through North Adams to Adams, and then eventually you can go from Williamstown to Pittsfield, right? Like that's the dream for the bike path. But they were also talking about their expansion of trails and things to get people from the bike path to other places and have it really be a secondary route of like transportation, but also recreation access. And that's a great Ashtabultokuk and other trails. When you have a mobility device or something that limits how much, ground, unstable ground you can be on. Those are huge for those members of our community. So
they're amazing. Also, as a side note, I was at Tourists Wednesday night. It was my first time being there.
Oh, I heard for the Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, they did a free pop-up Shakespeare show, and it was one of the coolest things. I'm a nerd for Shakespeare, and it was one of the coolest things I've ever did.
Yeah.
Like, it's a beautiful location. My first time being there. They welcome you on in. There's people cramped at every corner just watching a play. Very, very
Yeah,
cool.
I heard great things, and I heard it was full.
It was, yeah.
So, which is, again, awesome.
And I had no idea. One of my coworkers, Sarah, told me about it, and I was like, well, I have to go, and it was free. They're doing free events all through the next 2 weeks of Shakespeare and Shakespeare education.
Yeah.
And they're not a professional theater company. They call themselves a punk rock band, which is,
Okay.
if you know anything about me, it's very up my alley. But yeah,
That's interesting. It's just cool. Like, these are the things that I think oftentimes folks don't realize. We don't play Sherlock enough in our own community. And I think of Joe Manning, right? Like, be a tourist in your own hometown.
Yeah.
Because when you are, you will search and you'll look and you'll investigate. And it's amazing what you can find that happens here and all the people that are doing things. Summer's going to be packed.
yeah.
So,
I'm excited.
what else do we go? Oh, June, our next So what is our next gathering for us? On Juneteenth, which is an appropriate holiday, we decided to celebrate this. We are hosting in partnership with MCLA. Andre Lynch has been facilitating these conversations for us. Our next Building Belonging Forum. There's no registration necessary. It'll be from 4 to 6 on Juneteenth. And this is a great time to join other people to talk about building belonging in our community and what that means. The last one was great. I feel like we learned so much about each other in terms of like the things that we sometimes think are only our experiences, and we forget that other people have them maybe differently, but they still have similar experiences, and trying to understand that perspective. So yeah, please join us. It'll be at Hotel Downstreet, which is a great place. They've been super kind to us and hosting us for these conversations. So yeah.
Yeah, they've been really amazing. The last one that we did, I felt like if we had not a budgeted time to be there, I think we could have been there much longer. Just like, I think we forget how important it is, and especially in our community, to hear other people's stories, because we're so quick to assume someone's story, and we're so quick to assume we write people's stories for them, and we can't, right? We pen our own books. And I feel like this was an opportunity to hear people kind of tell their own.
Yeah, and I think what was interesting is in our group, we had, because we kind of paired off and did triads, in our group, we were talking and I was sharing my experiences. I forget all of the questions that we were asked, but like, what are pieces of your identity that you think most about? And then what are pieces that you think least about? But that also coincided with what are the pieces of our identity that we think other people notice first.
Yes.
And so I was sharing for myself that there are moments when my personality doesn't necessarily jive with my gender expression, right? Like the expectations of what a female might be is not necessarily my personality, and how that sometimes puts me in an awkward space, or I don't feel as accepted. And another person in my group was sharing personally that they felt blown away by that because they had the same experience for a different piece of their identity, but it was the same emotions attached to it. And so it was just a really unique experience to be able to hear that for both of us and be like, oh, you know, your expression of this identity may not be what people expect.
Yeah.
And we now both understand what it's like to feel like you're on the outside because maybe you're not what people think you are.
It's such a simple exercise in like facilitation wise, and then the meaning of it sticks with you so much longer because I think it really is one of those beautiful ways to remind people that they're not alone.
Yeah.
Even if it looks different, even if it feels different sometimes, there is someone else in this world that understands the way you're feeling about something.
And how much we miss by not asking a question.
Yes.
Or just having a conversation. So seeing someone that might appearances are deceiving, we know this, but might appear to be so different than me, might be so much like me. And I just didn't know because I missed the opportunity to say, hey, hi, how are you? So it's great. But we would love to have more people as a part of that and helping us. So yeah, Juneteenth, which is June 19th, 4 to 6, Hotel Downstreet. It's a great time.
It's going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to it.
What else you got going on?
We could talk about annual meeting, my other favorite time of year.
Annual meeting.
So folks who may or may not be familiar, the Coalition has our annual meeting coming up in June.
We're switching the name.
Oh, yes.
I feel like we need to officially just
like
switch
a
the
luncheon
name to the annual luncheon because it's
annual
not
luncheon.
a meeting, right? Like
it makes people think we're going to do business. We just
don't.
So our
some
annual
people do, and that's okay, but we don't.
It's not our style. Annual luncheon, I like that, on June 13th at Greylock Works. Absolutely beautiful venue.
Yep.
Thanks to Greylock Works for letting us be there. We don't do business. We're going to play a game. There's going to be some amazing speakers.
Yep.
It's really just a time for us to sit in community. And this is not just for people who we work alongside. We want our community to be there, right? Like, we want you to be there, right? This is to celebrate community and you. Because we recognize at the Coalition that we would not be the Coalition without the community.
Right.
All the stakeholders are great and they're helpful, but it is truly the community that makes us.
Absolutely. And it's what makes it a party, right? Like no one has a house party. It's sort of like us hosting a house party. Like you don't have a house party and not invite your neighbors, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could if you don't really like them, but we like you.
But we like
And so we're really reaching out to all of our neighbors across North Berkshire and saying, hey, please join us, come. There is a fee. The tickets are $30. We try to keep it as low as possible, but we also say we get that for not everybody can afford.
Nope.
And we don't want that to be a burden or a barrier. So we offer scholarships. So when you register, you can go on our website. There's a calendar of events. You can find this event. You can register right there. And one of the things that you can do is click scholarship. Other donors in the community will often give us money to say, hey, I'm coming and I'd like to buy a ticket for someone else. Or
Just so cool.
I'm not coming, but I'd love to buy a ticket for someone who can come. And so we use that money to then help people who want to be there and it might not work out for them financially. So yeah, don't be afraid to click on that scholarship button and join us for lunch. It's going to be a pretty fancy lunch compared to what we've been doing. We've got a new Savory Harvest, I believe is the catering company. This is our first time working with them. They've been lovely.
Yeah.
It sounds like a delicious menu.
So excited.
We've got lots of fun stuff.
Yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun. Come celebrate with us in community.
We need more gatherings where it's just positive and it's not a lot of work.
I think that's why we ended up with the luncheon model and not like a meeting model where we understand annual meetings need to be business for some organizations. We totally get that.
Yeah.
And I think
we do have a business meeting for our board, like everybody else. It's a thing. You got to have one. But this isn't about us as much as it is about the community. So we want to be able to do that.
I think it's an event that really highlights the coalition and the people who work for the coalition because we just want to sit with you and eat. Like we just want to sit, eat, and talk. That's all we ever want.
Like I said, it's a house party.
I love that.
It's a house party.
Calling it the
where we don't get in trouble for throwing a house party, right? Like this is the time in our life where we get to do it, and we're not going to get in trouble for it. So.
Our parents will be called.
Yeah. But yeah, we do this every year in June. It's a great sort of capstone to our fiscal year. Celebrating all the things. You'll get to hear about all the work that we've done.
Yes.
We share our annual report, and so there's a bunch of data points. This year has been super busy. We're getting better at collecting that information, which is important. We want the community to understand what we do, because it's a lot. We know that. We know it's a lot for people to be like, what is your goal? And our goal is always to make the community better in whatever way we can. Like that's the main mission, right?
Yeah.
Empower people in this community to make our own community better. And so it can look like youth programming, right? It can look like teen writers who feel more empowered and feel like they belong and get recognized by adults. It can look like health and wellness classes where you learn how to take care of your body and be healthy. Or take walks, or ride a bike. It can be parenting classes, or a parent support group where you get to sit with other people who understand how hard parenting is. I mean, my last kid is graduating next week, and I was just talking with someone who's having a baby, and we were just having this conversation, and I said, some people will say, like, how did you do it? And my answer is always, I don't know. Right?
There's some magic somewhere in there that you just can't.
Right, you just do, but along the way, you had a lot of help, and so that can be a way that we help make the community better. It can be potlucks, it can be training volunteers, all the things. It could just be providing a van ride to get somewhere, or making sure people have a block party to go to so that they can feel like they're a part of their community. So
you're welcome to the neighborhood.
We're all over the place. Because the main goal, the part in the middle that holds it all together, is about making Northern Berkshire better.
Yes.
Through the people who live here. Because it's the people here who will make the community better. And so that's our goal. That's who we are. And that's what we like to celebrate. So we will.
It's going to be so much fun.
It's going to be so much fun.
It's one of my favorite events.
And there's good food and cookies.
There's good food and there's cookies and there's a lot of laughter and joy and it's just,
a lot of stuff.
Good summer kickoff.
Yeah. What else is going on around town in the summer?
Oh, so many things. I mean, we have like the Eagle Street Beach Party.
July, right?
July.
That's July, yeah.
Downtown Celebration.
August.
There'll be Steeple Cat
Is there
games.
anything going on for Pride Month? June's Pride
Oh, yeah.
Month.
So much
what do we got
happening for
going on
Pride.
Month.
June 20th is the North Adams Collaborative Mass Mocha Pride event.
Okay.
If folks are interested, that's free to attend. There will be some vendors. There will be some local organizations just sharing resources. You will see a flyer for something called the Live Out Loud Conference in October. You should go to that. It's going to be great. It's going to be a really nice celebration. Lee is doing their first ever Pride
The community of leaders?
Yeah.
All right.
this month in June. They're doing their first ever Pride event. So, we're folks that are in this community and support the community are trying to get to all the different places to just hype people up. Pittsfield has their annual. It's always super busy and packed for them. It's going to be nice. It's going to be really cool. Lots of good celebration. Lots of art workshops and dancing and drag performances and food and music.
Nice. Which also reminds me, speaking of communities, North Adams the city of North Adams is currently running the Route 2 overpass study.
Yes. Important.
There's been a couple activation events. There'll be another one in July. We'll talk about that next time. But on Tuesday, so the 10th, the 17th, and the 17th, Jenny Wright through the North Adams Partnership, we were both working with the city to host little community conversations. So Tuesday the 10th will be one at Uno. We're inviting the community to come. It's from 5 to 6 at Uno. No prep work, don't need to bring anything. Essentially, I'll be there to sit and just hear what people have to say about the Route 2 overpass. That is the very large bridge that comes into North Adams, the area around it, but also the larger North Adams community.
Yes.
So if you live, work, or play in North Adams, we want to hear your opinions.
Yes,
what do
please.
you think we can do? And we've had conversations that have ranged from economic development to beautification to natural resource. We talked about everything. I'm not there to tell you what's going to happen. I'm just there to collect that information and feed it back to the study. So we've had some activation events. We've had some conversations. If you haven't made it to one yet, right? And so the 10th is at Uno, 5 to 6 on the June 10th, Tuesday. The next one is June 17th. And I believe that one is at the Elks, same time, 5
Nice.
to 6. So we're trying to get around to different parts too to make it a little bit easier. But we've had folks from Adams, we've had folks from Williamstown. So, wherever people are coming from, come join us, let us know.
Yeah, give your opinion, please.
Yeah, it's a really interesting project, and I think a great example of when the federal government put out a grant application that really did care about what the community had to say and really wants to repair the damage done by urban renewal, which I think if you've lived here for any length of time, you've probably heard about it by now, and
Yes.
we don't have enough time to get into it today, but certainly could be a topic for another time.
Yeah. What did I do?
Any last words?
Last words.
Last words.
I am going to challenge everyone.
Are we ending with challenges now?
I'm always ending with
Okay,
challenges.
we got this.
I'm going to challenge everybody to sit in joy.
All right.
I want you to find one or two things that bring you joy, sit in it, and enjoy it.
Awesome. I think my challenge to our community today is get outside. Get some sun, get some fresh air, take someone with you. Just enjoy the beauty that we live in. But that's our morning.
That's our morning.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Bye.